Um, okay. I'm going to send the link out to everyone that we selected. For everyone who joined, welcome in, guys, to our first podcast. If you're on our Facebook group, if you are on our LinkedIn, you should be able to see this on our YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I'm just gonna be sending out the link to everyone else so that they can join. Everyone who's coming in from YouTube, hey Journey Me TV. Let me put this right here so I can see. Hey Catherine. Lady J, go ahead and reach out to customer service. We extended our business hours to 9 p.m. and they'll be able to help you by setting up a video call. Oh, you got a Facebook group? Can't find it. Can you post a link? Sure. Yes, I can. This is my first podcast, so bear with me. I'll also be able to add other guests also. Our other callers can also come in and ask questions or update you guys with anything. So that's super cool. Okay, sir. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Okay, thanks. Awesome. We're almost there. I just have to post it to everyone. And as we wait for everyone to join, guys, you guys are free to ask your questions. And as I had mentioned before, if you were on my live today, it's not only about Fahad. You guys can ask any surgical questions you guys might have also. That's totally fine. Or if it's anything like not related to that, that's totally fine too. I requested a video call and measurement for the need an evening time. Okay, awesome. That is totally fine. Did you ask for the time exactly that you need, or did you already have it scheduled? Hey, how are you? Yes, send time, but haven't heard back yet. Where did you send the time? Did you speak to a live person or was it by email? Because you guys know that we have a live chat section, right? So as soon as you message someone, someone should be able to answer you. Like I'm on it a lot of times and I see the messages come in. Did you send it by email? By text. Okay, just use the chat option that's on the website. I think that will be quicker because you'll be talking to a live person right away. Automatically good. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Anybody else have a question? I'm just going live to tell everybody that we are online. Let me put, hey guys, hey everyone. I think we should be able to start in like 5 more minutes. Let me know when you guys are clicking and all, because as I said, when I get to the 50, that's when I'm going to cut it off because I don't want people to feel like, they don't know who they're talking to. And you can click it. Okay. So go back to my story, come off of the live and go to my story. And I put the link there. I literally just posted it. All right. I'm going to, how can I message each person? Okay, I think I posted it like 2 minutes ago where I said, our podcast is now live. Go ahead and click the link. That's the one I'm talking. Or if you go to our YouTube or our Facebook, it should actually say that we're live streaming right now. Okay, if you guys are on here, oh, let me go to YouTube. Let me know that you guys are in. Um, can take it off of this. Okay, so everyone who's over this side, guys, remember, come over to the YouTube, or you could go to our Facebook, and you'll be able to see me there. Remember, hold on. All right, can hear you now. Okay, awesome. Okay, so I think I'm seeing most people. There's no volume. I had muted. You guys should be, Okay, so again, guys, just come over to here and I'm going to do it on the live stream section and you guys can ask a question there. If anyone would like to volunteer to actually come on the podcast, I could send you like an invite and that way they can actually see you, your video and stuff like that, and we can have a discussion. For everybody who probably just joined, guys, super sorry, but just go to the link where it says, excuse me, if you're seeing this right now, you're invited, and click the link. I'm going to get off of my live right now, and then I'm going to go back over to the podcast section. Okay, guys, bye. Why am I look so fine? All right, just find this. Check something real quick. Okay. Hey guys, hey everyone. Everyone seeing me, everyone hearing me and stuff. depending on where you're on or at. I think on I'm supposed to be able to see the chat section. Can hear no. Okay, awesome. Yes, you can hear you. Awesome. Hey guys, so welcome to the first official podcast. Guys, this is actually my first time reading the entire thing. And all, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm a person where I literally don't wait on anything. If I want to do something and all, especially, seeing that, you guys were asking about it today, I decided to just go ahead and do it and all. So the first one probably going to be a little bit more, easier to maneuver and all, but I'm like, why not basically do it? So today we're having like lots of conversations and stuff that is not only particularly about surgery. I have no problem talking about surgery and all, but as I've always said, for me, it's like we're not only our bodies and stuff, there's like so much more things, you can talk about. Or as for example, people that was asking about surgery stuff today, but at the same time, it was basically like how to maneuver, certain things after surgery. So as I mentioned, everybody's surgery journey is different. I think a lot of times we talk about the surgery journey and what we went through in order to achieve a certain body type. But I can tell you guys about my experience after doing my surgery and stuff. But what about other people's experience? And I'm not a person who, is going to be out here just talking and don't want to listen to, anybody else or anything like that, because, we all live in different states. Certain things is different in our culture, as we are talking today about people who live in Jamaica still, versus people who are Jamaican who then go back down for a vacation, and how, they basically, accept it or something like that. So wanted to come on and talk about stuff like that. And as I said, hey Leona, and as I said, you guys are free to 100%, ask to basically come in, and we're basically going to do it question based. So you guys are free to ask whatever questions you guys would like to ask. And I'll go ahead and answer. And the question can be literally about anything. If anyone basically have something that they would like to say on it, I will send you the link to join in with your video, if you guys would like. So the questions, you guys can ask them from the YouTube, or I see someone here also from Facebook. So you guys are free to ask whatever you guys would like to ask. Okay, some people are still having problems getting in. Let me send it again. Ashley, not sure if you're here. Okay, awesome. Okay, sorry, I just saw this. I will be 7 weeks post-op tomorrow. Any advice, or just seeing that one? Okay, so 7 weeks post-op, that's like what, almost 2 months. Is your butt like completely soft yet? Or is it that, you probably have mostly soft, but some parts of it is still a little bit hard? That's for Jada Davis. I'm still sending out the messages. Okay, most definitely these. Jada, are you still here? There's no volume. Are you guys able to hear me? Oh, some people don't know how to comment. Is that it? Oh, snap. Actually, I just saw your message. Okay. When should you get measured for your stage two, before or after surgery, or conflicts, or I see conflicting information. Okay, so what I tell people is this, right? Make sure that you have your correct fahas before you do surgery. Because what happened in the first few days, your body is the most moldable it possibly can be. So with that being said, you want to ensure that you already have your faha ahead of time. The stage one faha, if you're doing your compression right after surgery, your stage one faha, within like a week, you 100% will be able to fit it easily. 100%. So with that being said, it's like your stage two faha, you're literally going to be ready for it within no time. So if you have to necessarily wait to then get measured and wait for that faha and all, it's kind of like, you can be a little bit behind, especially if you're going for the more, more tinier waist and all. You want to ensure that you have the faha. Like a lot of times when people are getting liposuction done, they think that, it's going to take out like 15 inches off your waist or 10 inches off your waist. That would be nice, but lipo doesn't take off that much off your waist. That you would think. It probably would be like, say, some people probably get a 2 inch, some people a 4 with the faha, some people can go down to probably like a 6. Everybody completely different, and it depends on how you start, what is the discipline like, and also like how many like how long you're really wearing your fahas. It's like so much thing that goes into liposuction when you come onto your stomach. So that's the reason why we say we can size it before it, because we basically like give or take. It's almost like a size medium that can fit some, like a medium top that can fit somebody. I have one more. um it's almost like a medium pants, that medium top that can fit somebody's chest that is 36, but then somebody who's 38 can probably fit the same, and then somebody who's 34 can probably fit the same, somebody who's 33 can probably fit the same. So with powering it, as much as it snatches you and all of that, and the compression is there 100% at the same time, um you it does have some give, and your body definitely, if you're super swollen, is going to go down because it's pressuring it. Okay. I've also heard that the stage one faha right out of surgery should not be tight. Is that true? As I always say, it depends on what results you are trying to get. For me, I already wake up not feeling nothing. I am numb or I'm super stiff. So with that being said, 100% it should be tight. This is the next reason, like outside of just the look part of it, the next reason why I think it, all right, I would 100% recommend that it is tight, is because if that fluid that is in your body does not come out 100%, it's literally going to harden and turn into fibrosis or seroma and stuff like that. And then to get that broken, it's painful based on what I heard about the massages, or you're going to have to do lipo again to basically get them out. So if that fluid being left in my body can literally cause lumps or problems and stuff like that, why wouldn't I want to get something that is going to literally squeeze it out from day one if I can? Um, 1 second. Nope, wrong way. Why I'm not someday aligned properly. Okay. I'm also going to have Ashley come in. She is like amazing. I'm going to send her the link to join, and you'll also be able to see her video and stuff like that. Mm. Um, is it this one? You guys can keep asking the questions. I'm just trying to add, everyone who did not get the link. The next time I'll just send like an email out or a text message before. Okay, let's go on to the next question. Okay. Okay. After BBL, it's always recommended not to eat too many refined processed food because of exacerbated inflammation. Some doctor recommend getting as many calories as you can, however you can, what works for you. Okay. Um, Never heard this word before. So what this is what I basically tell people. So what's that? Make a problem, bad situation, or negative feeling worse. Was this the word you expected to use here, Journey Me TV? Because that's the explanation I'm seeing, the meaning for it. But anywho, this is what I basically tell people like after a BBL. I'm not going to say you basically go on like a diet or anything like that. But guys, don't bother go on like this binge eating, feed the fat thing, which I always talk about. Because when you're feeding the fat, you don't just feed the fat in your butt, you feed the fat in your entire body. If you're just feeding the fat in your butt and all, you would not need to basically do a BBL. You could have just done liposuction and just eat a lot, and it would have just gone to your butt if that is the case. When you feed the fat, you're feeding your face, you're feeding your arm, you're feeding your stomach again, you're feeding your back, you're feeding your butt, you're feeding your thigh, feeding your boobs, everything going to literally blow up again. And then basically what you're going to probably feel like you have to do now is go do more liposuction and then taken from the midsection and not taken from the upper body or from the lower body and stuff. And even if you take, it's like certain places they cannot even take that much. So then it turned out to be another issue. So that's the reason why, I know a doctor said a lot of things and all, but listen, you have some doctor tell you to wear faja and you have some doctor tell you not to wear faja. You have some doctor tell you to wear the button faja right out. You have some doctor tell you not to wear the button fajas right out. So when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, as I said, you basically have to just find what works for you and go with that. But what I will say is like, why overfeed yourself? Like that is the next thing is like, why are you overfeeding yourself? So again, to each their own, but that is how I see it. You're welcome, Cynthia or Sinatia. Sorry guys, I'm Jamaican. I'm definitely gonna demolish certain names. Like so sorry about it. Yeah. I am 6 months post. My hips are now soft and jiggly, but my buttocks still hurt, usually at the top. Any reason for this? The hurt is like inflammation, like you just feel like, like flame at the top of it. Like it, and then sometimes you probably get a little rushing or lightning pain to the top of it or something. A feeling like that. My stomach still stings out of the fahad 6 months. Yes, girl. Your swelling is literally going to be going to a little over a year, probably more. Hey, Ashley.
Hello.
Hi. How are
I know this is
you?
so awkward, so I apologize.
No, no, no,
Good,
no, no, no.
good.
It's not awkward. No, thank you so much. Listen, nothing is more awkward than me getting up saying, okay, I'm going to do the podcast today after I just said it. Oh, yeah, I got my mic. So, yeah, no, thank you so much for joining. You hear me?
Yes. No,
Okay,
thank you for
perfect.
having me on here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Of course. So thank you guys. Thank you so much, first of all, for all the tag, all the shout out and all of that stuff. I truly, truly appreciate it. When I thought about doing it today and in bringing someone on, I'm like, okay, I don't have to think twice. I'm like, let's just pray she have the time when I actually message her.
Thank
So
you.
So a lot of people in the surgery community follow you and all, and I kind of get tired of talking about my surgery journey and my surgery self and all. So I think it would be great if you could like just explain to them. And we're winging this, guys. Like it's not staged or anything like that. I literally just messaged her. So I would like for you to like probably talk about your surgery journey, like whatever you're comfortable with. To basically like tell, so you set the expectation.
Okay, yeah, sure. So, I am for my BBL. It's coming up on 2 years. I'm really excited. I had it in 2020. In the middle
Mhm.
of the pandemic, I had my BBL tummy tuck 360 lipo, and he even I went to Dr. Curves in Atlanta, Georgia. He even cut out the bra fat also. So I got all of that done
Mm.
at once. And I just recently, I'm post-op.
Mhm.
I guess maybe 2 months post-op, right at 2 months,
Mhm.
from going to get my breast redone. I got them done August of
Mhm.
last year, and I just got them. I didn't. Okay, and so I just got them. I just had a revision February 15th.
Oh, nice.
I'm so pro surgery, but when it
Mhm.
comes to these compression garments, and I had more lipo done too. I had more lipo
Oh, nice.
done as well.
Mhm.
Um, but when it comes to the garments, they're like I swear by them. I I have it on now. Here, sorry, my children. So again, this is so real, you
It's
guys. My children are at basketball practice, and here you
the
make it too.
perfect time.
Let me turn it like that.
Oh,
I don't know,
wow.
y'all. We got
Yeah,
a
girls.
whole bunch of stuff
I
going
see
on
your
in here.
page.
Look at here.
Hold
You
on, it
see?
went
You
back.
see how unstaged this is?
Okay. Right in the bus, in the
Yeah,
field.
so
Literally.
unstaged. I am like outside their practice,
Mhm.
but
Oh my God, girl.
and this is the pants one. I love this one.
Oh, you're stripping down in public. Jesus, snatch his
Yes. Well,
life.
I tried to come to this is
Oh
the
my
pink one.
God.
I love it. I'm trying to get like you. Like
Girl,
you're my
listen, you're
inspiration.
there.
You are my inspiration.
Oh my
Seriously.
God, you look amazing.
I saw that my yeah, I'm stripping you guys. I saw my waist getting a little. I saw the what is it called? Maybe fluid coming
Mm-hmm.
on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think anytime you have lipo, like you have to continue to compress, or you go drinking the wrong stuff, you go eating the wrong foods, you start eating more salt, you go
Mm-hmm.
see it. And it's like, okay, you paid all that money for what? So these
Exactly.
garments, when I tell you it was hard to put on, and that was one
Mm-hmm.
of my issues at first with the garment. But it's supposed to be tight. It's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
You have to compress it. Um, all of that fluid. And anytime I want to waist train, oh, I throw these on really quick. Thank you so much, Shanda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I throw my waist. Well, my faja. I have so many different
Mm-hmm.
ones. Thank you so much, Christina. Like you guys, I'm elated right now because I've been following this chick since she was on YouTube and didn't even have the fajas. She was just telling about her
Oh my
journey,
God.
and I've been following it before I even had my surgery. Like I was following you before I even
Oh
had
my
surgery. I had
God.
bought a faja, and I'm like, okay, so this how my body can look. This is how my
Mm-hmm.
body can look if I have surgery. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm getting surgery. Like I have to get surgery, and that's when I knew I had to have it. So, any
Mm-hmm.
questions, you guys? I'm so sorry,
I
but
have
I'm
a
excited right
question.
now.
I have questions. I have questions. So today I showed my picture before how I looked with my back and stuff. And I'm gonna like keep it like 100% real. That is me. As I mentioned, is like, my back. I was thinking about the PDO thread because I just want my back, to just be able to wear a backless dress, and then my back just be just flawless, like tighten up to the shoulder, kind
Yeah,
of, tight, like I don't want to be skinny. I will never be skinny and no inches. But that skinny back though,
yeah,
I like
yeah.
it a
Oh
bit.
yeah, slim, but yeah.
Yeah. So how was that process for you? Like how was the pain tolerance? How is the the recovery for that? Because I don't know nothing about that part.
Okay, so being completely honest, I just have to tell everybody, everybody's pain tolerance is different. So for me,
Mm-hmm.
I honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember a lot of the pain.
Okay.
I didn't really have a lot of the pain. I mean, the doc did dope me up pretty good. You know, he had plenty of
Mm-hmm.
pain pills for me. And
Mm-hmm.
so I did take them in the beginning. I took them regular as I was supposed to. I did not want to
Mm-hmm.
get addicted to them. So I laid off of some of them, but like the
Mm-hmm.
muscle relaxers, I would take those. The worst part of everything was the itching. So
Yeah.
even with the back up here, I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
compressing the pain spots, even
Mm-hmm.
compressing, you know how they say like if you hurt something, like you apply
First,
pressure, and if
mm-hmm.
you think about it, that pressure kind of alleviates a little bit, you know, a lot of the pain. Well, that's what
Yeah.
these garments are. So even
Mm-hmm.
putting on the garment, I didn't really feel a lot of pain, and then taking the pain meds as directed, just following your doctor's orders, like seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Pineapple juice is my best friend still. It really is.
Yeah, I love
um
pineapple juice too.
yes. So again, like my biggest issue, I can take a lot of pain,
Mm-hmm.
but the only pain I could not tolerate was the itching. I was crazy with the itching. I could put a bag of shrimp on my back and it would defrost, and I put on there
Oh my
bare.
God.
So it was something, they said it's rare, so this was something rare I had. Would I do it all
Mhm.
over again? Heck
I
yeah.
have
But
itch. Oh, yeah, I have bad itching. Like when I do surgery, I have like it wakes me up out of my sleep. I'm miserable.
yes,
Literally, like I could cry. But okay, so when it comes on to the lining, because I'm very interested in this thing, very, very interesting. So when it comes on, is it like a tummy tuck that they do on your back low key? Like how is it? Like where how is the scarring? Do you keloid or anything?
I did not keloid at all. um
Amazing.
so you mean my lower back, or where they
Where
did the broth at?
where did they, yeah, where did, okay, so the lower back they cut too or just the bra fat?
Just the broth fat is what they cut. He
Okay.
did lipo to, he did crazy lipo to my midsection. I didn't want lipo to my legs or anything else.
Oh
I
yeah.
wanted to be super snatched. So it's like
Yeah.
these 5 pounds you can take out of my body, lipo,
Mm-hmm.
my midsection. That's what I want. That was
Mm-hmm.
it. And then of course I went back for more lipo and they did my thighs and things like that. But yes, so I do have a, my back is horrible, girl. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
I have to think. I don't know if I could take it off. I don't mind.
Oh
I don't
no.
mind on you guys. I'm so
Listen,
confident. I am
I
so
definitely want to
confident.
see.
I
I
will
definitely
show
want to
you.
see. You cannot strip down in the parking lot.
Don't, okay. Yeah, it is in a church parking lot too.
Oh God.
I tried to come to the corner though, but yeah.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I'm that confident that if you guys seriously wanted to see, like, I don't mind. If it meant that it's going to help your journey or help you make a decision, a life decision, I don't
Mhm.
mind showing you what I went through at all, or how I'm scarred. And I understand why people get tattoos
Yes.
like crazy. And yes, I'm gonna have to get one.
Oh, you're gonna. Oh, okay. So I always think about the tattoo, right? And I think about it for myself, but I always say like the tattoo put more emphasis there. But I guess the scarring is different because, for example, right? I have keloid skin, so as you can see one right here. However, with my piercing on my ears, I didn't get any, keloid. But then it's like one of my liposuction. So this, my upper back here, this one didn't keloid bad. The upper back here for like my lipo keloid bad. Beneath my butt, one keloid bad, the other one did the keloid bad. So this is like my body, basically with the
With the
keloids at this
keloids.
point. It's so annoying. So for me, I am like, all right, listen, I can't fight them all. Like if I'm having something like, for example, I'm going to the beach and then I have a cover up, I don't want to put concealer like on all of the parts because then it gets on your clothes and then people think that, oh, you're studying some doo doo or something like that.
I
So
love
that's
it.
just not a feeling. So it's kind of irritating and I'm not even gonna front, but it's like, what can I do about it? It's like at this point, it's like you can't win it all. But I don't want to sound like, okay, that's because my scarring, they're smaller. So I guess I would have to see some real scarring and stuff like that to really understand, I guess.
Yes. I did not get a back lift. I only got the fat, like he literally cut the back fat out, and it was like a big chunk. I added it on at the last minute when he was marking me up. He was like, "Oh yeah, you'll have to come back later." I'm like, "Why do it later?" Because my thing was, I only want to go under the knife once. I thought. I thought I can do it a lot more times. But anyway, when they say it's addictive, I'm like, no, it's not. Like, I'm only gonna do it one time. But when you find out what works for you, and you actually enjoy the results, it's like, yeah, okay, I need more. I want more. But
Exactly.
yeah, so he did cut the back fat out. But it's a scar. My back, I probably have, oops, sorry. I probably
Hmm.
have, what am I doing here? I probably have about this much
Hmm.
of the middle of my back. Y'all, I am so afflicted right now. Here
No,
we
we're
go.
seeing
I
you.
have
Okay.
this much of my back that
Hmm.
has not been cut on. So there's a line here on this side. It's long. And from right at my breast to the middle, almost the middle of my back, and then the other side the same exact way. Is so ugly. But at the same token, I'm gonna be honest.
Hmm.
I'm so doggone confident. I feel so fine. I could care less about who sees me, what they think about my back, because it's like if that's the only thing you can point out, but everything else on me looks great, yeah, I'll take it, whatever.
That
And
is
yeah,
That is really me because you know what? So I said I was gonna turn myself into a low key lab rat for scarring because, like as I mentioned, it's like I scar horribly most of the time. So I said that I was gonna cut the keloid in my back. So they have this thing in Miami where you cut it today and the following day you do radiation on
mm,
it. I
nice.
have seen this girl who keloid worse than I do, and she had like one of those dermal piercing here and the thing got bigger than here. You see when they did the cut it and then put the radiation the following day, girl, it just literally look like if you have a party, it look like a birthmark.
Yeah,
That's
I
literally
have.
how.
I haven't ever seen it. You haven't had it done just yet.
No, because and funny, this was in Jamaica. And I'm like, y'all, y'all could do this in Jamaica. And it's like $500. Like as a matter of fact, there's a lot of places that actually does it here. Like I googled it and stuff. Let me see if I could find it. It's
Nice.
gonna look like a hyperpigmentation scar, I think. Keloid removal with radiation. Because I think for a lot of people who keloid and all, or for even me, like I would love to do a breast lift and all, but because I keloid so bad, I'm like, oh my god, I don't even want to be bothered.
Oh, you look great.
Thank you. And that's what I said. It's kind of like I can't win it all. If it's scars alone. The only thing is that sometimes the scars it itches and it's super super annoying. Like that is something that I will say for probably because I keloid and all like it's annoying. So I don't even know at this point. I literally don't even know. I'm
A
trying to.
back lift, Shanda, is when they basically lift. They are gonna cut and they're gonna lift the skin together and lift sagging skin. And of course, my apologies. That's what like bra fat is sagging skin. That big chunk is that sagging fat.
That's one of the reason why after lipo I even see some people. I see some people recovery list where the doctor office is even telling them to wear sports bra. I'm like, girl, don't even wear no bra. Because you don't literally want to mark anything. You don't want to mess with nothing. And I
Nothing.
feel like even like underwear and stuff, I don't even when I was recovering, nothing was on me apart from the faja, and the most is like a tank top. That's literally it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You guys keep sending questions.
Yes, we're more than happy to answer it. I'm gonna share my screen. I feel like such an old person with my first podcast. I'm like automatically add share screen to okay. Um nothing is set up over here. Okay.
I'm not on YouTube, Empress Canu, but I am on Instagram and my IG. I don't know. Here,
You
I probably.
should because I'm telling you, a lot of the times the information that people are giving out here and stuff like it is crazy. Like why am I something trying to fail me today? All right, screen one, update system preferences. Child, it doesn't want me to be great. Is this like a Zoom where I can drop a picture if that's the case? Oh my god.
You can actually, because I've been doing a podcast as well, using this
Oh, for
same.
real?
Yes,
So who I
yes,
never knew about this podcast?
yes.
So you have a podcast but no YouTube.
No, yeah.
All right, that's good. All right, I think it
I
should
am
work.
trying to send it here. One
Yeah,
moment.
if you could send it to me. Thank you. I cannot find it for nothing. Window, Chrome tab. Child, I can't find it. You send it to me? Oh, actually, put your Instagram. Oh, sorry, Wish. I should have told you to drop that from we came on. Don't worry. Like, give me a month. Give me a month, and it's
I think
I'm
you'll have it mastered even before then, honestly.
thank you.
Okay, push the plus sign.
Okay. I do it, but what it's telling me to do is please update system permission to allow screen recording. But I did that.
Did you go to presentations?
Yeah,
Oh,
I can literally set it up. Um, preferences, guys. I can't. I'll just post it after, I guess. But and I think I could share the link of the girl who did it too. Her name is Tanania or something like that. But it was like super, cool. Because this one, to be honest, I don't want to get rid of it. Okay, perfect. I think you send it. Can everybody see the chat? It came in the private chat, but I'll copy and paste it and put it in the public one.
I hope it shows up differently.
I sent it over. You can see it. Yeah. Oh, perfect. All right, awesome. All right, so
Or
the next question is the boob. And guys, ask your own question because I'm asking the question that I have for me. The boob job and stuff, right? Or the lift or the revision and stuff, right? Like what? Because I realize that a lot of people get, quite a bit of revision. When it comes on to that, why is it that that basically happens?
okay, so the doctor explained to me that everybody's breast is different, so everyone's skin is going to um or the elasticity in your breast, everyone's
Mm-hmm.
is different. So I guess, what he does for one person, it may not work for another person because everybody's body is different. I guess the
Mm-hmm.
same with a BBL. I did everything right because I'm an extremist. If you tell me don't do this for X amount of time, I'm not going to do it. I'm either all in or I'm all out. That's me. There's no gray area with me. It's either
Hmm.
you get me all or you don't get me at all.
Yeah.
And so that's what he explained to me. So at first they looked great. They were
Mhm.
big, they were perky. I was a double H. So when I first went
Ooh.
in, I was a triple D. Then
Mm-hmm.
he made them a double H and they look phenomenal. Oh, I
My
love
God.
them because I only know big boobs. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
But then after right at the 6 week mark, they started falling. I breastfed all three of my sons and
Mm-hmm.
they started drooping again. I'm like, okay, I paid all this money for what? And so he was like, we're going to go in for a revision. He even gave me free lipo. Like, kudos
Ooh.
to my doc. Oh,
You will
yes. Oh,
free
yes. He was
lifestyle.
like,
Free.
it needed to be done. I'm like, I know I was a little bit bigger than this when I came. And I'm just like, Mama, did he lipo me? She said, I don't think so. I said, Mama, I was bigger. And he did a lot more lipo. And then I had the itch also. So I knew he did something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so he did a revision, and now, okay, so what he didn't do, no, my back does not hurt, but I'm now, I actually haven't gotten sized, because I know I'm supposed to wear a bra, but I don't even wear undies, so like, why wear a bra?
Must be nice. The bra part must be nice.
So, and they look good. When I tell you the confidence is through the roof, through there. But so he put a internal bra. So I actually have an internal bra in. It's mesh. Okay, it's not hard or anything. In
Mm-hmm.
about 18 months, it's going to dissolve. So you may ask, so if it's going to dissolve, is it still going to hold your breast up? Are they going to fall? Well, I did ask that question, and he told me no. So the tissue begins to form over that, what's it called? The internal bra.
Mm-hmm.
Galaflex, that's the term for if
Mm-hmm.
anyone wants to look that up for the internal bra. And I
Mm-hmm.
actually told him this the first time, and I'm like, well, do I need that? Because I had a consultation with another doctor, and he recommended that. But
Okay.
my doctor said no, he wanted to see first. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I do think I told myself this morning, actually, as we're talking about this, I do think
Mm-hmm.
later on down the line, I'm going to go back again because I want to go back bigger. But I love it right now. I'm going to enjoy them how they are right now. Maybe another, 3 to 5 years. And after that, I do think I want to go a little bit bigger. But yeah.
And that's like a long time from now. What think I realized though is that, I don't know if this happened to you. Like when you do your surgery very close, especially if you know what you want and who to do it, I think it's very easier to sign up. But if you wait like a very long time in between and stuff, I think because we grow older at the same time, it's like,
Yeah.
should I just, think about it a little bit? Because to me, if I wasn't gonna scar, or not even scar, it's just the keloid that I'm worried about
Hmm.
because I need a lift. I'm not gonna say my boobs is to my navel, but it's like I could see that, and because I yo-yo so much with weight loss, weight gain, I think that even is like tiring on my boobs and stuff. So at like the top, you could definitely like see, basically like not what would I say, like it doesn't have as much volume or anything, right? But at the same
Yeah.
time, I'm like, I just don't know. And then some people, nipple, like it dies and stuff like that. Some people nipple falls off. So I'm like, there's some stuff. Yeah, girl, I have seen with my eyes stuff.
Ooh.
So and as you said, like boobs is like everybody boob the same way. BBL and stuff like that is completely different. But for me, I am the overachiever person in everything. Meaning, if they say, oh, it's 0 point whatever percent, most likely, it doesn't really happen to that much people. I am going to be on the side that, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Normally, this doesn't happen. So that's the reason I'm very scared of, getting my boobs touched. If that's the case.
Okay, so you want to get them done, but you're just undecided.
Girl, honestly, I would have to like figure out do the scarring first, the keloid in my back first, to make sure that the radiation does what they said, it could do. Oh, I could just put the link. I am so stupid. I could have put the link, guys, so everybody could see how it would
Oh,
look. You
your
can,
keloid too.
yeah. Oh, somebody keloid too. I want a lift
Yes.
a
Yeah.
keloid.
Yeah.
I blame my mom. Like she has 5 kids and I'm the only one who key lights. See, that's what I tell you, man. The one that they would say that's really to happen, it always happens to me. Always. Oh, sorry. Hold on, did I put the right one? Yes, I did. So let me know if you guys can actually see it. Oh, I could put it up here.
I'll say there we go.
Learning.
You're getting it. See, less than a month, you're gonna have it all.
Today's my first day with it. I'm learning. So you can see like, where it started out, even though this is for the cancer one, but it's the same radiation thing that they use. And you see how basically it looks like super faint. It just probably going to look lighter than your actual skin tone. But the only problem is that, like, will I be able to do it on the full like T? Because that's what they'll do for the lift, right? The T and then around the nipple. So imagine like doing
Yes.
so much radiation around it. You know what is
So
all
where
good?
do you think that you would? Where do you think you would keloid at?
My entire boobs. Everywhere that
Ooh,
they'll have
yeah.
the yes, and we have, people who keloid like that, the entire thing. And there's even like videos with the person like then removing the keloid around the boobs and stuff like that. And that's another thing. And then the taping with keloids is like crazy, especially if your skin is like in the process of healing. And the itching, I'm telling you, man, I don't know if I wanted that. Like honestly, I don't know. And then the doctor too, I heard about Dr. Curves. I know a lot of people in Atlanta goes to him and all. But down here, it's kind of like a hit and a miss with every single thing. And yeah, depending on who you are, to them, they deal with it differently. And I don't like that.
I will say I would agree with that. I would definitely agree. He did an amazing job on me. He posts me all the time. He did an
Mhm.
amazing job. Um, yeah, we'll just keep it at that. He did an amazing job, and his mom is amazing as well. His mom is amazing, just like yours.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah, I have because he didn't do tiny, right? He did
I
Shaq.
don't,
No, I don't think he did tiny.
I don't, I know
I
he
don't know.
did. I know he did Portia's mom.
Precious
What else
mom,
did
what
he
did
do?
Precious mom get a BBL?
Oh
Where,
yeah, you gotta look. Yeah,
where am I?
and
No, his work is amazing. Like I've seen it like so much time. Even before this big surgery world, Instagram trendy thing. Like, no, I've always heard about him and stuff. How long was the wait to even get on his roster?
Oh, it was automatic. So I called that December. Y'all, let
Mm-hmm.
me just tell y'all. I lost a little over 50 pounds before having the surgery. Yes, a little over 50 myself. And I wasn't even in the gym. I was doing like non-traditional workouts. I don't like going to the gym like that. Like I'm in the country, as you guys can see. So I like cutting down trees. I'm going to pull some trees. I'm finna cut some limbs down. I'm doing some stuff like that. And make sure I'm squatting while I'm doing it, stuff like that.
Okay.
That's the type of stuff I like, just regularly working out in the house.
Mhm.
Um, oh, gotcha. Um, and
From
so anyway, I lost a little over 50 pounds. But before I went in, I lied and I told him what I told him the weight that I needed to be,
mm-hmm.
just so so my what is it called? My BMI would be quote unquote correct. But they
Mm-hmm.
told me they knew I was lying based on how I looked. Oh, if I could show y'all the pictures right now. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, I lied and they said they knew I did. But so I called that December. They scheduled me for June. Then COVID got worse and they stopped the surgeries in June. Then they
Mm-hmm.
picked them back up and they said, well, if you want to come in July, we can take you. Yes, please. I'm ready. I'm like, I'm excited. I'm ready. So I had
Mm-hmm.
it July the 7th. I believe it was July 7th was my surgery date. But that's so it wasn't long.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
How
think
much did
6
you
months
lie?
long.
What did you lie about? How much pounds was it that you lied about?
Girl, I weigh 239 pounds and I need to be 180.
Oh shit.
I lost all of that. When I tell you I lost all of that,
No.
so
How much did you lie of saying that you were at the lie part? Like, I know you said you lost 50 pounds, but how much did you lie? Like how much did you
I
tell them
told him
you
I
were?
weighed 180 pounds.
But you were really 236 at the time?
Yeah.
39. Okay, but when did that's after losing 50 pounds?
No, that was before I lost. So I had a
Oh.
consultation over the phone due to COVID. So, or because I'm in Texas and he's
Oh.
in Georgia. So,
Mhm.
yes, I lied about my weight just so
Mhm.
I can get my surgery.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys blame me?
This-
Seriously, I wanted that's how bad I wanted. But I also knew so I came
mhm.
clean because I have a guilty conscience. So I did come clean
Mhm.
and I'm like right. So I told him, I said, hey, I'm just have to tell you I lied. They was like, oh yeah, we knew
Mhm.
you did.
Yeah.
I'm like, you did?
I
You
do
can
like.
tell. Like if you look at my pictures, like
Mhm.
you can tell. It was a big difference.
Yeah.
I know I did lie. I did lie. I wanted my surgery bad. But and this is an issue that some people do have. Of course, the doctor's been dealing with liars. I can't believe I'm
Ah.
telling myself this right now. But I know he's been dealing with people who does that all the time.
Mhm.
They can just look at your body and tell, you know what I'm saying? To a certain extent, oh no, that person, I'm way too short to have all of that going on and weigh
Mhm.
180. Seriously. So they knew it.
What height are you? 5'4", around 5'4", 5'5"?
Yeah, 5'3.5". Please give me
Oh.
my half, or you can just round it to 5'4".
Well, you listen, you're shorter than me. I'm 5'4". So
Really?
yeah, so they wanted to be. That's why they wanted me. So I was 180 when I was going in for my BBL, and then I think they wanted me to lose like 5 pounds. And again, I'm just not a traditional weight loss person, as I was saying today. I just don't like it. I don't like sweating. I don't like to be honest. If I'm supposed to go to the gym, I feel like I'm in prison. I feel like I'm being told what to do, and then I'm watching the time, and then. But if I'm supposed to like go for a walk and stuff like
Yes.
that, like my friends or whomever, I have no problem doing that because I'm not thinking about what I'm doing. So I guess that's similar to what you're saying, like you're doing like yard work and stuff and you don't realize it and all.
Yes.
So that's good. But the problem is that when some people lie though, and it's like they actually have like health issues that they basically don't,
Yes.
tell doctors about. The weight stuff, I'm like, oh, yeah, probably most people lie about their weight, especially women. Probably every woman lie about their weight. Are they like, why are you asking me that? But when it comes down to people having like, say lupus
High
or
blood pressure.
yeah, like that kind of stuff and all, like, yeah, that kind of stuff is like, don't even do that. But I know some people is like their surgery get canceled, like after they do the lab and stuff, and then they find it and then it gets canceled, and then they go off, and I'm like, well, you see your life too, it's better you go to a doctor who is used to dealing with people in that, situation and all. Like that's what
Yes,
I would say. That's what I will say when it comes down to that.
I agree. So anyone that's on here, if you haven't had it, like, just be completely honest. Of course, I have a guilty conscience, so I did come clean, and I called them up, and they already told me they knew I was lying. And
Oh,
for them basically still giving me a chance, I'm like, okay, Ashley, you have to do this. You have to lose this weight, and I did it. But I
because you
do tell,
didn't
like,
work.
yes, I did. I'll tell any of my followers, like, tell the truth. I don't care what it is. If you're on any type of medication, that
Mm-hmm,
also play a role. So a lot of people, and another reason
mm-hmm.
I tell people this is because a lot of people, they downgrade plastic surgery and say it kills people. Oh, it's this, it's that. No, it's not. It's people not disclosing this information to the
Yeah,
doctors. So how's the doctor supposed to know? How's the
yeah,
doctor supposed to? You're going to
yeah.
a totally different doctor than your primary care physician. So how are they supposed to know if you don't tell them?
Or the ones who basically just get surgery and then they go to another doctor right after and stuff, and they actually don't, say like, hey, I just got surgery done, like I think you're not supposed to get it in what, in 6 months or something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah, but people are literally like signing back right up to it and all. The sad ones is like people are free to go wherever they want to go to do surgery, but the sad ones are the ones who would go to DR and stuff like that, and the doctor sucks them dry. And then it's like, their blood level gets super, super, super low now.
mm,
And the crazy thing about it is that when a lot of them end up in a hospital, they can't put on the faja. So imagine after lipo having a no faja, your skin feel like it's tearing. The
yes,
swelling, the inflammation, you're miserable. You're around people who don't even speak English, and that's a big thing for me and all. At this point, with how much money and how much exposure these places have, they can more than hire bilingual nurses. I am not even gonna front. And at this point, if I'm going to a doctor like that and you can't speak English, knowing that I can wake up in the middle of surgery, I wake up in the middle of surgery. What do I say? Pass my phone so I could use the translator. That don't make no type of sense. So listen, we have to care about ourselves
yes.
more. The weight thing and whatnot, everybody struggle with weight. Every single person struggle with weight. But when it comes down to like your blood levels and stuff, like things are really can night you. Be very
Mm-hmm.
careful with that, especially if you're going to another country. And that's why I think a lot of people, they'll go to these countries and stuff, even here in America, and you'll come out the first day, you look banging, but then when something happens, you basically lose everything. I've had, clients already who even developed this flesh eating disease. I don't
Yeah,
remember the name of it, and I'm telling you, literally, they have to like and the sad thing about it is that I was on live and we were talking, and she says, how do I feel about doctors in other country? And I'm straight up, I'm like, honestly, whatever doctor you think that can give you your result, I am gonna go with that. Like everybody looking for different things, everyone can tolerate different things. And then she said, it was like a known doctor. And I said, listen, like if you feel good with it, you feel good with it and stuff. Like, don't worry about what I think. And then when she was in the hospital, she messaged me and said, hey, the place was dirty and stuff. I got the flesh eating bacteria, I had to fly back. She said they didn't even want to help her or anything like that. When she came back, they had to cut a hole, and she sent me the pictures and everything, probably like from up here to up here in the top part of her butt. Take out all of the skin and have it, I think, drained out or something like that. And then the entire time, I think she ended up losing her job and all of that stuff. Too, because it's like she can't go work. And she was in the hospital for like a very long time. And then guess what? The result
yes,
is snatched, but you lose it. So that's stuff that people have to think about. Like, just take care of yourself. Like, there's safe way to do it. Like there's safe way to get the result. And guess what? If you cannot achieve the result, 'cause everybody body type is different. Like for me, when I have on, like, if I'm doing surgery, the doctor has to put the faja on me before I come off that table. I don't care what you want to say. If that's the case, I'm not going to do the surgery here, because what happened is that after you put me in the big 5XL faja, what big 5X in the waist, big 5 in the hips, and then I swell, how am I
yeah,
getting my itty bitty faja after? Like, no, it's like, respect what I'm saying. It's like, oh, it comes with it. Okay, keep your free faja. You don't even have to comp it from the thing. If you say it included, it is, because what happened is that, the smaller your waist look is the bigger your hit of your butt appear. That's what give you that Jessica Rabbit look and stuff. As I always say, lipo, I think personally lipo is a common assault. Lipo, you're going to get multiple of them through life because we're just not
Yes.
the workout guru people, like
We're not.
we're just not. And the first
See, I love you.
yeah, girl, I'm not. I am not. I don't. I told you I don't even like sweating. I don't like feeling out of breath. Even the stair master thing. I always feel like I'm literally going to fall, bust my face on one of the thing. I see the entire thing play out. You people look good like when they're walking on it and they take out your phone or whatever. But I'm like, that is not me. If I'm going to the gym, I have to go like 5:30 in the morning. So then I'm like, well, I could have slept 1 hour longer, so I could be less cranky throughout the day and all. So I rather to just take fentanyl. Not sure if you ever taken it.
Yes.
Yeah. So fentanyl is me. Like fentanyl to me is like what liposuction would be to me too.
The lipo in the bottle. Yeah. I have a question. Okay. So do you ever experience this? Because I think I heard you say one time before, like you do 3 months on, 3 months out with the phentermine.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever experience, because in the past, this is what I've experienced, was like if I'm taking it, I lose the weight, perfect. But when I stop taking it, like the weight comes back, or some of it. Let's just say some.
Yeah,
100%.
so yeah, 100%. I think what happens is that first you lose the water weight and stuff like that, and if you keep at it and stuff, then you start losing like the real weight. But then if you start going back to eat, like what happened is that our stomach really shrink, So I can never eat as much regard like from what I could eat before, but some of the weight will come back, and I think it's because we're going from not eating much then eating again. So I guess it's normal. So that's the reason I tell people I yo-yo. But I'm like, well, if I go back to eating all of the stuff at brunch and the bottomless mimosas and all of that stuff, then and the ice cream, and then I'm like, why not? It's Sunday. Then of course we're gonna gain back some of the weight. But that's why I said I accept it. So Monday to Friday I do eat clean. Friday night I
Beautiful.
am a bottle of champagne, ice cream. Saturday morning is made for brunch in bed, and that's another bottle with orange
Beautiful.
juice. Food, like if I feel like for 10 things like French toast, pancake, eggs with cheese and bacon. That's what I want on Saturday. And Sunday again is brunch day. Like my friend said, I was doing this review on this place here in Miami, and my friend says, oh my God, they have the best Greek salad. And I'm like, I'm leaving my house to go eat Greek salad? Really?
I
No,
love it.
hell no. They have the best fried chicken. So, so with Pentamin, I do yo-yo. But as I said, I accept it. I don't want to be skinny. I would never be skinny. Like if you see my baby picture, like I literally had like creases in my arms, in my legs. I've always had thick thighs, and it's just a part of it. Like I love food. Like that's another thing too. I love food. I
That's
can get
me.
food easy, but I love food. And that's why it's like if you're at Rome, if you're in Rome and Rome now go and good, you leave Rome. So if for me it's like, all right, I rather to just be around people who is more body accepting and all. Like I've been at tables already where people literally don't eat, and that to me was of course you watch some movies and some white people movie, and you kind of see like they don't eat and stuff, and they have eating disorder. I've never actually seen it in my face until last year, where I really realized that you have some people who think that to be skinny, bone, and blonde hair, that is a thing, and I'm like, oh wow. I didn't know this was actually a true thing. That will not be me. I'm like, okay, pass it. Like, thanks. I'll have it for you, sweetie. They don't eat sugar. Even like ordering drinks, they're like thinking about the sugar in the drinks. I'm like, so how the drink going to taste good? So yeah, girl.
So let
It's
me share you. I know this is,
mhm.
yes, let me share something with you. So I've been through a lot. I used to be bulimic though. I was a
Over.
hundred and yeah, I was 105 pounds in high school, and I was bulimic. So I am recovering, a person who has also recovered from an eating disorder. And honey, I love food. Like
Oh
you'll
my
see me
god.
cooking on my IG, but I'm
Oh,
healed, and
but
I
nobody
can
would
I can
even
talk
know.
about it now. Of course, I
Yeah.
don't look like it. I eat.
I have questions though. I have question again. Again, this is how I learn stuff. Um, So one thing I'm gonna basically say before I even ask you this. So I have a friend who grew up in not grew up. I grew up in Jamaica, and she left Jamaica at 3 year old. Right? You're probably going to this. And I remember the other day we were chilling, and she we were basically talking, and she was talking about being self conscious. And I said, for real? She said, yeah. And I said, I didn't know you were self conscious. She said, oh yeah, I was. And I'm like, it's because I leave Jamaica too early. And then, of course, we laugh about it and stuff. But she then says, like, what you mean? I said, that's the thing is like, in our culture and stuff is like, when it comes on to our appearance and all, it's like they basically like, so much things, your family is the first person to program it in your head. Where if your nose big, as mean as that sound, they're going to tell you from the house first. So by the time you get out in the world and somebody tell you that your nose big, you're like, duh, it's in the front of my face. So you kind of build up this this thick skin where nobody can tell you anything to hurt you and stuff like that. But then I realized because she left at 3 and I left at almost 21, we both see
Mm.
because she grew up in America. So that's literally, I'm so happy you bring on that, because the friends who I was telling you about, they weren't bulimic or nothing, child. They're just trying to be Beverly Hills. They weren't. They're just. So
Crazy.
definitely in regards to that, because no, I would never know. So imagine how many other people this probably happened to. So like, what happened, if you don't mind sharing?
Okay, so the first thing, when I look back on it, I only maintained my weight. So I never really lost any weight. I only maintained it. So if I would binge eat, that was the thing. So I eat all the chips and everything. I thought I was fat, weighing 105 pounds.
Wow.
I graduated as a senior weighing 110, 110 pounds. And so I would pass out a lot. I would
Right.
have to go to the ER and have a lot of IVs because I wasn't eating. I would chew gum all the time to curb my appetite. Gum for me curbed my appetite. And so I
Mhm.
would do that all the time. Or again, just not eat. So I didn't have any, sometimes forget to drink water, but binge eat and then puke it out.
And you do
So
it.
yeah, but I when I start having kids, that's when it all stopped. So,
Okay.
I do give God ultimate glory for that because I think that's what really changed me is when I mean, hell, I have to be bigger anyway when I'm having a child. So when I'm gonna say I'm fat now and do it.
Mhm.
And that was pretty much it. I did drink grapefruit juice like crazy because it also kind of aids in weight loss. And I did tell it to my doctor, and he was like, "Oh no, that's fine. Just
Mhm.
had to watch the acid." So I knew I still had a little bit in my mind.
Mhm.
But of course, all of this is mindset. So my mind, of course, has totally changed. I'm
Mhm.
so confident. So this is another reason why people will confuse my confidence with being conceited. But it's like, no, if you knew my journey, if you really knew how deep my journey was, like
Mhm.
you would say, like, Ashley, I'm proud of you. Instead of,
Ah,
downgrading me, have a reason to smile because I could have been gone a few times
yeah.
or a lot of times. And so
Yeah.
I found a love for self. Like I'm so in love with myself. I don't just love myself like y'all, I'm in love with myself. So it's totally different. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Honestly, that's probably something, because to be honest, it's like, I don't know anybody who has it personally, or, talk to anybody like that. And then when we look on the image of a bulimic person, it wouldn't be someone who is, it wouldn't be someone like how we look, you would expect. I'm trying to like, it wouldn't be,
I got you.
and I guess it's because what happened, that a lot of times we don't talk about certain things. And again, it's like the way how you basically beat it too. It's like a lot of people don't ever beat it, because I have another friend, and I remember she told me that, but she's white. She told me like, oh, like she grew up in the Kate Moss era. And I'm like, okay, because I'm trying to remember who's Kate Moss, and then I Google it, I'm like, oh, okay. Like that makes more sense. So you said that literally she would be like one meal away from being anorexic, so, and but again, it's like, I'm not going to say I expect it, but it's kind of like I hear about it in the news more, and in the magazines and in the celebrity world and stuff. So probably that's something that, like, whenever you're ready and stuff, you can probably help other people who don't want to talk about it. Because again, normally people go to therapy, or some people be like, oh, why don't you just eat? You can't just eat, so.
No, and I went to a private school also. So it was
Mhm.
probably five of me in the whole school, and the entire rest of the school, like everybody else.
Mhm.
Again, only like five. And so yeah.
That makes sense.
So maybe that's another reason. You're very welcome. I can talk about it now. I used to couldn't talk about a lot of the things I've been through. I'm healed now, but I used to couldn't talk about it without crying, but I'm healed now, and I know
Yeah.
that it's only a testimony for so many other people. Like, it didn't break me. I'm still here for a reason, and
Yeah.
it's only to share all of this. The same with you. Everybody's journey different, but it's only to, be able to share our experience of life with somebody else. And that,
Hmm.
I think our that's our life goal, and what we're supposed to do here on earth.
Because you
Feel
know
free,
what,
I
to
can
like,
speak.
thanks so much. Hmm. No, sorry. I
No,
think
no,
it's
no. I
moving
was just
shaky.
telling Empress that I've had two lipos, but no, what were you saying?
Okay, because what I think happened is that in our culture and or world, we kind of, our problem is normally the opposite, where it's like we want to lose weight and stuff like that. It's very, rare. You normally see, like, women of color trying to gain weight and all, and the crazy thing about that is that I have also, that one I've definitely seen where, people do like a gastric bypass and stuff, and they'll lose like hundreds of pounds, and then when they stand in front of the mirror, they can't see the pounds that they lose. So the mind is a very powerful thing. It's an extremely powerful thing, and that's why I preach, like, honestly, self-love wasn't a term that I learned until I came to America. Because as you said, it's not that you're egotistical or conceited. You're just, proud of yourself and proud of your journey. And I always say, like, I think the society that we live in right now, it's more open to us doubting ourselves, doubting ourselves, and basically feeling less than when it's like, oh, I look good. It's like, oh, if you say to some people like, oh my God, I look horrible today, they're like, oh, me too. But if you say, oh my God, I look good today, they're like, oh, why are you feeling yourself? Why is it that if you're not going to be your biggest cheerleader, who's going to do it? So you have to feel 100% comfortable with yourself. And I always tell people, this is like, like, I don't care what your stand like, view of beauty is, and I don't know what your view of being a badass is and stuff, but when I look in the mirror and whatnot, like, that's what I see, and I don't care what other people have to think. But I know that a lot of people, it takes them a long time, if ever, to get to that place mentally. Say, if I feel good, you look good, what's so wrong to say it? Like, what is it really so wrong?
I love it.
She's so yeah, like, again, girl. Oh, so they're asking what's was the cost.
For what? For which one?
I skipped out on it. I agree. So you have to be honest with yourself, realistic goal, long term. How many lipos is so good that you shared? We can talk about this. Yeah, but
Oh,
yeah,
and here
girl. Like,
I'll tell you. Also, somebody asked, and I don't know if you told them. I don't know what this faja is called. The pants one. What is the pants
you
one
have
called?
the Aliyah Faha on. You have the Aliyah Faha on.
Gotcha.
The Aliyah Faha.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
And this
I
one.
can't even
Oh
pronounce
my
some
God.
of them. I just know, hey, I need that. I can
Mm-hmm.
wear it with this. I can wear this one with this, and it's just clicking in my head. My different outfits I can wear it with. So yeah, um, and then so with Dr. Curves, I probably paid right at 30. It was about 25. It was 25. um what a lot of people don't tell you is, well, for me, every surgeon is different. They did not calculate, of course, medication in with it. That's a totally different separate charge. So you gotta go CVS, Walgreens on your own and go pick that up. So
Mm-hmm.
for Dr. Curves, I think that was like $500. I don't know if it was maybe just because I was in Atlanta or what, but when I had my breasts done, it wasn't as much. Of course, I had a lot more procedures done with Dr. Curves than I did here. I also stayed at a recovery house. So I actually, and I flew my mom out there with me to help
That's
take care of me. I had to stay there for 8 days.
oh,
And
okay.
yeah, in Atlanta. So I included all of that. So when I say 30,000, I'm including all of that in there.
No, girl. Like this is I don't mean to cut you off and whatnot. People like paying for payless service and expecting Hermes service. It doesn't make any sense. Like people might hear 30,000 and think about it like it's crazy, but if you're getting somebody to be patient with you, and I think that is the biggest thing when it comes down to doing surgery. And that's why today I said it, I would never get, I don't see one doctor in Miami that I would let touch me right now, because I'm not into the drive-through surgery madness and stuff, because this is my life. If I don't feel
Right.
happy content after, like I know some people going to look at 30,000 like, oh my God. And then sometimes you feel like, oh, you're going to have to explain. No, at 30,000, this is your life. This is your body. Like, like this is your life. This is where you're going to
Yes.
literally see, like when you're confident in yourself, people see the way how you walk, people see the way how you talk, every single thing about you, like literally, like, glows with that. And I get it. If people are probably going to be like, oh, that is my, like, just very shallow to think. No, it's your body. People don't see your mind the first time they see you. They see your image, how you look. And that
Yeah.
determines if you're approachable, yes or no. So yeah, sorry to cut you off.
No, no, she's right, you guys. And
Yeah,
that's what
like,
I think I
mhm,
could have went to the DR and paid about 7,000. And I'm just really thinking, and I'm like, nah, I'm like, I have three sons. Like my sons are 14, 12, and 11. I'm a overly involved mom. So
mhm,
like I'm always there. I was a housewife for about 11ish years. So I've
mhm,
always been there. I don't know how not to be there for my kids. Every
nice.
little program they have. So it's
Mhm,
like, okay, do I risk going over there and not coming back? I can't even, like, if I think about somebody else raising my kids, I can't even picture that. Seriously. Their
yeah,
dad is amazing, but they need a mom. And,
yeah.
that affection and all of that. I can't imagine that. So I'm like, okay, celebrity doctor, Dr. Curves. My biggest thing was my hiney. I think a lot of people do good tummy tucks. A lot of people do good breasts, but when it comes to that behind, it's the aesthetic for that. Like you gotta have an eye for it. So
Girl.
I'm going with the doctor who can. I was on Real Self for 3 years researching and looking at butts all the time. Like,
Mhm,
and then I started. Then I found Dr. Curves, and I said, oh, she looked like me. Oh, that's how I'm gonna look. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like, really? You did that to her? I look
mhm,
like her. So again, it wasn't even about the money. It was more so I just want to
mhm.
be here. I want to make it back. I do. I want to make it back. And if it's my time to go, I get it. It is what it is. But I'm not going to push fate. I'm
Yeah,
not going to do
100%. And then you're not
it.
going to be comfortable, it's where you're comfy, like some people, like my factory is in Colombia and stuff. I actually got my veneers done in Colombia too. But for me personally, it's just that I to hear that people are waking up during surgery, I know I would have gotten a heart attack. Like I already know I'm gonna look and I'm gonna see stuff and I'm just gonna, that's me because I know myself. And but what I tell people is like, okay, why is it that you're basically going to this particular person? Like some people, they're like, okay, they have like a way, much higher BMI, and every doctor in America is basically telling them to lose something or whatever. Some people don't want to lose, but then that DR and stuff like that, are
We
Colombia, they'll
here.
take, or the next one where it is how much liters of fat. Like in Miami, I think you could take out 4 liters of fat, which is
Mm,
10. But in DR, you don't have a limit based on what
that's
I've heard. So what they already tell you to do is just automatically pay for the blood transfusion ahead of time because you're gonna need it. So that's what they kind
they're
of tell.
letting you know that they're going to F up. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy. That's
Infection.
crazy. Oh,
Too.
sorry.
Or even the fact that, even in Miami, I hear now that they're doing it, they're wheeling in multiple people at a time, and y'all not hopping off of that bed. You guys see, you're getting pushed in with other people, or you guys hear, oh, the doctor is there. It's just that he has we call those people an assistant who is doing the
Oh,
surgery.
yeah, no, no.
It's no problem for them, but it's a no for me. And that
Exactly.
is
Me too.
exactly, or at least put it in the contract or make it clear before the person put the deposit that, like just to let you know, or put it whatever, make it known from jump. Because I'm telling you, if you're wheeling me in nowhere and I see other people getting wheeled out, I'm hopping off of that thing. So let's pray I'm not like, stringed up yet. But yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna play my life like that. You're not gonna tell me sorry. And remember in my Miami, we signed to the no insurance thing where doctors don't carry medical insurance. None of the plastic surgeons, not none of them. The ones that I've gone to, they don't carry it and stuff, and that's the big ones, here. So that's the reason I said, like, no, it's not even about the insurance per se, because I'm kind of like you, where it's like, of course, I don't want to go that way, but it is what it is. Like, I would 100% take a risk on whatever I want to do than sit down and become one of these, miserable females. It's
Yeah.
just not gonna happen.
No, I
It's-
love that. This has been beautiful, girl. Because I'm telling you, so
awesome.
much of my family wanted me to get it. I'm like, hey, at the end of the day, I said, if I do go, I know that I went. I said, everyone should know I went doing something for me and something I truly wanted to do. That's
Hmm.
my thing. Like,
Hmm. And you
you're
know what's so
awesome.
crazy? They're gonna know, girl, you're awesome again. Thank you so much for coming on. But I'm telling you, a lot of these people say no, 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 because it's something that they don't know anybody who do it personally. Then after they're gonna be like, how much you think your doctor would charge to do me? Do what? I thought you were against it and stuff. The same thing, like
Yes.
my video was not planned, my BBL and stuff, like a lot of people were saying that, like, oh, you don't need it. And I'm like, do I need you here? No, I don't. But I have you
I
here.
want to hear. Yes.
Exactly. So when I look at it, it's the same thing. And again, it's like I always had thick thighs, but I didn't have a butt. My butt was like really flat, like like really, really flat. My thighs were meant for like a big butt. So I basically went, and a lot of people are thinking like, oh, 2,000 cc's each cheek was gonna be too much. And I'm like, listen, it's better to not to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Because as you said with the butt is very tricky. The more you touch it, it could end up like an hexagon. Like I don't want my butt to look like that and stuff. And again, it's like you you're gonna have to live in the file even after a year. After you're gonna have to be in your file because at least it will help shape it out when you're in
Yes.
clothes. But if you're in a swimsuit and stuff, it's gonna look like very odd. Like I don't want to call any name and stuff, but there's a particular person who is like excuse me, a celebrity, and she has touched it so much. And of course, with the editing and stuff is very cool, but then she did a music video, and I'm like, snap, they might have to, you know, very, yeah. Don't touch your butt too much, guys. Like I always say, better you get everything, and if it's too big, you go and go run to lose it, lose off some of it. But you don't want to touch liposuction. I'm telling you guys, is a common assault. Liposuction is common assault and all. The boobs, at least you're putting implant in it, if anything, so it will always have the
Yes.
roundness. But we're not putting any implant, so you don't know how it going to fall. You don't know how your skin going to stretch. You don't know if you're going to stretch too much, and then it starts, folding over on your leg, or drooping on the back of your thighs. You don't know. There's
Banana.
so can happen. The roll part and all of that too. And that's another thing a lot of these doctors are doing. They're setting the bed where the butt section is to basically like high sit so the butt look bigger. But the one where I definitely would have, and the number one, you see when I'm doing surgery or design, don't take any picture of me, don't post anything. I already tell them like straight up and whatnot, because it's like, no, you're not going to set me in certain angles for your amazing pictures and damaging my fat. Sometimes when I see when they're finished with the surgery and they put them on their hips, like on one side of the hip and stuff. Are you crazy? And these people are literally like allowing them to do this stuff. It's like, oh hell no. I didn't get this surgery for free and I don't want a free surgery job. But
That
unless it's a revision or something. But yeah, like that's crazy to me. Crazy. I don't know how healthy life for what? Jesus, like an hour, no one all. And you have
this
to
was
go back.
beautiful. I loved it. I love the
Awesome.
questions, all of that. This was beautiful.
Thank you so much for joining. All right, let me just take the last question. You guys are free to ask Ashley your last question. Ashley, you drop your stuff here. Your podcast, do you do it like from time to time? Like how is that? You can drop that here if you
Okay,
want
so it's actually different. It is for, well, it's for all people, but more so our people and businesses. But I do credit and all
to.
things financial as well. So it's me coming on there explaining to people, which is another way how I pay for my surgery. If people like on credit, I did get 15K in care credit, and then the
Mhm.
rest my credit cards. Well, one
Ashley,
other credit card I use. But
Actually,
yeah.
beat you. Like, actually, I could literally beat you right now. I know I
Oh.
said it clear as day today on my podcast. Oh, not the podcast, on my Instagram live, that when I start the podcast, which wasn't supposed to be today, I don't want to only talk about surgery stuff. I said I want to literally talk about everything. You need to tell me, say, you the credit. And the entire hour, the only thing we talk about is literally surgery. You know how much people out here right now have horrible, horrible credit, and they
I
literally,
do. Yeah.
it's not even that, a lot of people have who owes any, money, or a lot of money. They just don't know how to actually build their credit. They don't know how to get credit lines or stuff. It's almost like it wasn't taught to them. Like, girl, that's the kind
It
of
wasn't
stuff.
taught. That's the main thing, is it wasn't taught. It wasn't taught to us. Like, it was stolen from us. That's how I feel about it. Like, I'm very passionate about credit. You guys don't see it because I don't push it on
Mhm,
IG or whatever. It's by word of mouth. Like,
mhm.
everything is, it's all by word of mouth. And that's my biggest thing, is we were not taught credit, and I really feel like it was stolen from us. My dad's a pastor. He taught me the Bible. I know the Bible frontwards to backwards. He didn't teach me no credit. Like, how many of y'all family members taught y'all about credit? Like, you need XYZ, or how many of, hold on, this is a good one. Like those
Mhm.
Hollywood peoples, how many of your family members put you on their credit cards as an authorized user to build your credit, so by the time you're 18 you can go get your own apartment? So by the time you're 18, you didn't need no cosigner because you got excellent credit, you can go buy your own vehicle. Yeah.
Listen, I am 100% there. Like, I moved here at 21, well, close to 21. And I just learned about credit when I met my ex. And my ex did not play about those credit cards. He was on point. He taught me so much. And literally, when I went in that relationship, girl, my credit score was around like 400 and something. I was embarrassed. And then when I was leaving that relationship, honey, literally I was leaving in the 700s. When I checked the
Yes.
other day, I'm almost to 800. And then let me tell
Yeah.
you what happened. I remember when Capital One just granted me $250. $200. But then when you build up yourself, they're basically like throwing money at you, like, please take the money, like, please. And then no, you're saying they're getting very low interest rate. People just handing you stuff at that point. And 100%, the next thing is that the biggest thing, actually, I don't mean to like drag it out more, is that we think it's a flex to pay everything with our cash.
Oh
It's
yeah. Oh no, that is not. That's stupidity, in my opinion. Like, I want to see 20K in my safe. Notice I did not say the bank, because first of
Mhm.
all, that dividend you getting every month for 20 cents ain't ain't shit. I'm just saying. Invest it. Like, go get some crypto or something. Invest it, seriously. But use your credit cards, other people's money. Like, I'm just being serious. No, that when you got 25K credit cards, yes, that's what I have. That, to me, that's a flex. When I'm
Listen,
using other people's money.
listen, I'm not even gonna front. The other day I got my American Express. My mom was here, my childhood friend was here. I came in, I'm like, hide y'all purse, y'all. There's poor people around and stuff. And I started like messing with them and flashing my card or whatever. Because I'm like, listen, when there's no limit on it, like, of course,
Yes.
you can't charge $1 million unless you're spending and putting back. But it is true. Use people's money. Like, even with the surgery stuff and all of that, like everybody's basically paying everything out of their cars and stuff. No, the craziest one is when I see people buy cars. Not no, but back then, because no certain cars have like high value on them. But like back then, when I was see people are like think it's a flex to buy depreciating asset cash, and I'm like, that don't make no type of sense. And you're right, the white people and stuff like that, they're putting their kids, they don't pay their kids allowance in cash. They give them on a card. And literally,
Yes.
like, I 100% will be doing the same thing. But not only that, something that I'm even doing better is that whatever gift I'm going to give my kid as a kid, I'm literally cutting that money in half, and I'm literally putting the money away for them. So now when they get to the 18 and stuff like that, not only do they have excellent credit, but now they also have a line of credit from a particular bank. Because, for example, with Chase, it's $150,000 to be a private client there. When you're a private client, you are entitled to half of whatever is in your account in credit, like literally just cash handed to you. And the AP,
Beautiful.
rated right now is like crazy. So if you're gonna start crazy, meaning like super low, like it's probably like under 3% and all. So when you look on that, is like if you wanted to buy a car and all, and rather to go get some crazy interest rate or whatever, you could basically pull it from that. If you want to do a business, even like college, I see a lot of people saying like, oh, they have to take student loan, this, that, and the other. That's the difference between this side of the tax bracket and this side of
Mm-hmm.
the bracket. But is the information out there? No, yes. It's just that a lot of people are just ignorant. They don't want to actually listen and stuff. It's not a flex to be out here like wasting your money. And I had to definitely, learn that like it's not a bad thing to put things on credit and stuff. And 100% is like, I'll tell people, I'm like, yo, if you can't buy three times over, you can't afford it. And that is fine. It's not an insult. It just means that what you like is what you like. You can't change that. But what you can change is your income. So if you see a bag where the bag is say $3,000, and you know that, okay, you don't have the $9,000, it doesn't mean that it's a no. It means that it's a not no. So what you should actually do is let that
Not
push
for
you to
you.
basically get to the exactly. It's not a
I
no.
like
It's not
that.
a no. You like what you cannot change what you like. I still remember, wanting a Louis Vuitton bag, and I didn't have the money for it. So I bought like a Gucci bag that was like, say, 60% less. And every time I saw that Gucci bag that I bought, that I settled for, I still remember the Louis Vuitton bag. So what I basically needed was work myself up. And that's what I, basically did until I got what I want. You'll never take it out of your mind. But what now happens is that you use your credit card to buy that, and then you basically pay it. You always
Yeah.
have to make sure that you're paying your credit cards in full, like in full. You don't get carried away, because it's not even only about the boosting of your credit. You get the cash backs and all. So if you're like a business owner, you're spending like a lot of money and stuff like that, the points you get, the perks you get and stuff, you save a lot of money. And that's why they will say, like people who have money, they get kind of everything, because it's kind of like you're getting free flights, like free first class
I
flights.
was just about to say that. This is how the rich get rich and the poor get poor. If you think by one moment that they out here and they're just spending all of they just got all this money, it's a lie, y'all. It's a lie. They ain't just got all this money. Yeah, they
No,
got it, but they ain't just got it like that. I promise you, because I've seen some broke ones that made it look real good. And
mhm,
when you get
I
close to
am.
them, you know, when you
I
get
am.
close to them, you learn like, damn, they ain't got it like that. I thought they really had it. No, they don't. That
Mhm,
it's your rewards. First of all, don't get no credit card if it ain't giving you no rewards. You know, paying you basically to use their product. Like we
mhm.
don't want it. Why do I want that card? Like, no, I don't want a what Dillard's card for what? Like,
I do want my
can
card.
I put gas in my car? Can I pay a bill with it? What do I need it for? If it's not seriously, like don't
You
get no store cards, y'all. Let me just go ahead and tell y'all that.
It's not even that alone too. It's like, for example, like so I was the person 100% that didn't understand, nothing with credit, nothing with credit card and stuff. My ex put me on to 95% of what I know, and then the other 5% I figured it out on my own. What I will say, like for example, you have some people who just cannot get, excuse me, approved for any credit card at all. A lot of these good banks or good credit card, like whether it's a Chase, whether it's an Amex, which one is good? Bank of America
Mm-hmm.
credit card.
Yeah, I hate Chase. I hate Chase.
Yeah, Chase. Okay.
I
Um,
do have a Chase credit card. I do have Chase as a bank. I do
yeah.
hate them. I have other banks as well. Navy Federal is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Credit unions
Oh,
are
that's
the
my
best.
Mm-hmm. That's my sister's bank. So what happened is that you can actually apply for the secured credit card, because what
Yep.
happened is that they're saying that they don't trust you yet. So you can basically apply for that one. You could load say $250 on it, and basically like show them that you're able to pay, and that's a good way to actually get in the good grace of that bank. But a lot of times, people literally just don't know this. So it is 100% true. Like I have been around this side of the bracket, and I've been around this side of the bracket. And I'm telling you, man, it is two different worlds. And I think when you come from this side and you go to the other side, at first you're thinking, oh my God, everybody got it, da 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 da. Then, 4 months after, you're like, shit, you're supposed to. And then the next thing is acquaintance, and that's something that I learned this year. And then I literally started just just staying in. If I don't know you like that, I'm not going around you, because I see where people literally want to associate with you, and then people will basically assume that this person is on because they're seeing you there. So for instance, in like Miami, with the credit cards and stuff, you might get invited to events, or with the places that you shop, they invite you to events, and these are like some creme de la creme events. Like, you see like the biggest of the biggest to the events and all. So you're thinking, oh, everybody here is on point, that's why they're here. Girl, you have some people who know some people who is not going to the place, and they give them their tickets. So when you
Mm. So
know as a
you got an Anna out there. What was Anna's last name? Have you seen that movie?
yes, Anna Dovi,
Yes,
girl.
yes. You got some Annas out there.
Listen, they're more than Anna. Like, there's more Anna than regular people and stuff. And then I think, for me and stuff, like, I'm a very, like, I don't want self praise is no recommendation, but I'm just necessarily like a chill person. I'm gonna say it as it is, because I don't care about, people, whatever they think about me or feel about me. Like, for me, I always say, like, listen, it's not a cocky thing, but I don't have to be out here. I'm just saying, my ass could be home. I love my house.
I love it.
Love my house. I live on the beach, and I'm telling you, sometimes when the bar people down there see me, they're like, "Oh my God, Christina, were you on a vacation or something?" Like, no, I was home working and stuff. I remember one day me and a guy was talking, like he works there. I'm like, "Listen, sweetie, I pay my own bills, okay? I'm not a sugar baby. You see me down here with my laptop, okay? Just saying. If you don't see me, I'm working." So that is Miami, the lifestyle and all. Everybody wants to look rich, but nobody wants to put in the work. That's the reason why a lot of them, drink so much, do so much substance abuse and all. Like, it's literally like a shit fest. Let's just say that. That's the best way I can put it and all. So what I will say is, like, I'm not a person who is like, oh, we are certain thing is like oppressed or whatnot. But I will say the information is out there. And let me tell you, we're not going to get mad at the game, because if you learn the game, you 100% can benefit at it even more. Because what happened is, and this is what I love, the body type that we have and all, and then we step into certain room, people swear up and down that we're probably going to be a stripper, we're probably going to be, carry ourselves a certain way and all of that. But when they see that you don't, and then
Mm-hmm.
you're on point and you're knowledgeable, it's a complete different thing, like a complete different treatment and all, like complete. And then you don't spend your money like on a lot of things. Like, even the other day we went to a ball, and the table was for, say, $20,000. Not say, the table was for $24,000. We didn't pay a dollar, literally a dollar. So it's literally based on, just where you're at, and then for some, you have something. Oh, sorry, because I know I was ranting. And then when they have Grand Prix next week, and they have one of the clubs there that's called Paddock Club. I think that's how they pronounce it, and that's where the racers and stuff are going to be and all. And one ticket is $25,000 for one day. And girl, and normally, some people would think that, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna dish 25,000. I'm like, child, call such and such. They probably have a ticket they don't want, or call such and such. They could. People ain't paying. They're not paying. There's somebody there who's getting them in. They're not paying. But child, you're driving already? Oh my God. Oh, I thought you were
Oh well,
leaving.
I'm right here. No, no, the
Oh, you're
boys are
gonna put it.
still in there.
All right, I'm gonna get out of your
Oh,
ear, child.
oh
Thank you
no,
so
no, no,
much.
you're fine. They get out in 15 minutes. Can you hear me?
No, we need to do a credit one. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, 15 minutes. We definitely need to do a credit one and stuff. And maybe you can even offer your service with that, because I have like so much friends that I literally keep telling, like, guys, listen, you literally need to get that started out. I said, especially like as a black woman and stuff, you need to learn that, especially when you have kids and all. You definitely need to learn that. It's literally a ways. There's so much things you could be benefiting from.
Absolutely, I agree. This was
Mhm.
great, Christina. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining and all. So I posted the thing that you said and all. So yeah, so maybe everybody who follow you can offer it to them, or yeah, like, of course, I think, because sometimes you think that people don't want to hear that kind of stuff, but no, like, I'm telling you, man, like, having, helping people with credit and stuff, it can be like so helpful for them. Of course it's great for business, but at the same time, it's like, the more of us who have it, the better it will be, so they can stop stereotyping us.
That part, yes. And you know, the biggest issue, I ain't trying to bring it back. You know how us black folks do, be like, yeah, girl, I'm gonna go, and then we come back. But I will say this: the biggest issue is our people don't be wanting to pay.
Girl.
Kind of how they be like, when you gonna have another special, just pay for it. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's for you. It's for your body. It's worth it. The credit is for you. It's for your life. Just pay for it. They don't like my prices, but my price is my price. And I'm not going down. Like, I know what I can do for you, and I say, God, send me my people. Like, my
Mhm,
people, the people that are
mhm,
for me, you know, and
mhm,
for me to help. Those are the people that I want. I don't want the other ones. Hey, my peace is everything. That's why I'm
mhm,
so happy, because I ain't got no drama in my life. My kids is as far as the drama go. Them bouncing them
mhm,
basketballs in the house all day, them yelling
mhm,
and them screaming, and I can overlook a lot of that. You know,
mhm,
I tune it out. But
mhm.
drama from other people,
Oh yeah, no, girl.
no, sorry.
That that's
You can have
literally
your
how I
money back. I don't want to deal with you. You can have your money back. Sorry.
me and me 100%. And I think what happened is that a lot of times it's so crazy how trying to talk about this stuff, but I'm just gonna keep it 100% real. For example, like they have certain people who literally the person says A B C D and it's just A B C D. They won't even contest it or anything like that. But then they have you who looks at them and you have your policy and stuff, and then they literally try to be like so disrespectful, especially if
Yes.
it's by the policy. I always say this is like, listen, I'm not stealing anybody's money, I'm not being disrespectful or anything like that, but you need to understand that principle is principle. I'm not an unfair person or anything. And then sometimes it's not what you literally say, it's how you say it also. But I do
Yeah.
find that the way how they kind of deal with us versus how they will deal with say the doctors and stuff like that, the energy is completely like different. And then the worst thing is when they after say, oh, I supported you because of such and such, and I'm like, but then this is how you're literally dealing with us. And I always tell people this: don't buy from me because I'm black. Don't do that. It's not flattering. It's almost like
It's
telling someone you got into college because they're the affirmative action thing or whatnot. No, it's like, if something is wrong with my product, let me improve. And it's the same thing, I'm sure, if you're doing something with your service
yes.
and what, let me improve. And the thing about it is that, listen, I know my stuff because, as I said, I wore it first before anything. It wasn't never a business. I didn't get up and say I was going to start a business. But people just definitely need to do better with that and stuff like that. It's like, it shouldn't be like, oh, you have bills and stuff. Just because I look like you doesn't mean that I don't have any bills, or the discounting or whatnot. We don't. I've never seen Louis Vuitton done a discount. And then even the Chinese people, if you're buying here on AliExpress, they're like 1% discount, 1%.
1%, right.
Even if that, so why is it not the same energy? And again, it's like this is something for your body. And as I'm telling you, like, yeah, your body is important and stuff, but credit can actually give you the finances that you need to get your body done.
To get your body done, yes.
Exactly.
Seriously.
So and it's kind of like it's better. Like it's actually better. Even like I know Amex right now they're doing like 150,000 points after you spend a certain amount of money that can be translated into coins, which is going to be like
Yeah.
$1,500. The travel credits for like flight, girl, you can literally get your flight to go to your surgery for free,
For
for
free.
free.
Fixing
Like
your
you're
credit, then you go get that. And my worst thing is, this is the thing I hate. You'll pay them, but and you'll say, "Oh, I went such and such, and I had them work on my credit, and they scammed me this, that, and the third." And then, well, I didn't think your prices would be that much.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. But what I tell people is, listen, the same way when it comes down to business, Kim Kardashian put out toilet paper tomorrow. Is she known for her toilet paper? Is she Scott? No, but guess what? Sold before it even touched the thing. You
Yes,
are you, you know how you handle your business, you know your intention, you know your integrity, you know your expertise and whatever. You're free to charge whatever you want to charge. If it's not what they want, you just leave and go find what you want and stuff like that. I know so much credit people in Miami, child, so much consultants, child. And a lot of them and whatnot, the most they can probably do is like dispute one thing off of your credit. And guess what? You could have gone to Credit Karma and done that same thing. But are they teaching you anything? Are they disputing, the stuff instead of just asking for like, oh, basically just a lesser amount? There's so much that goes into credit. Because with my last credit guy, how much do you charge for yours?
It definitely depends on what's on their credit. I do the consultation first to see, but
Mm-hmm.
bare minimum it is 1,300.
Okay, so see, basically the same down here and whatnot, from $1,000 to $1,500 and whatnot. But guess what? The way how this man spoke about credit and stuff, and not only for what he did for people, but what he wants to do for himself. He's like, oh, he wants to be in the Guinness World Record for the highest credit score and stuff. Like, I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. That's get me close to there. I don't gotta be there. That's get me close.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
didn't have nothing really on my credit. Like what happened? I just was not using my credit, you know. And I had like a capital one, as I told you. And then what happened is that at the time I had like a $10 an hour job, like way back in the day, and I basically just paid it off and closed it, which is another big thing. You're not supposed to actually close it. That's the worst thing you
The
can do.
history, you're losing history.
Exactly, you know. So with that being said, and all, like I'm trying to like multitask, right, reading and stuff.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Nika. So yeah, so with that being said, if you don't know this kind of stuff and whatnot, you're going literally get, messed up. There's so much that goes into credit and actually like keeping your credit as is and like getting approved for like everything possible. Like, and again, it's not only about credit card, it's a mortgage if you decide to buy a house. Like in Miami right now, the real estate market is so crazy where even if you're trying to rent a house right now, before they even have you come in to see the property, if they do that, they literally want your full what you call it, finances, but they also want, you're typing in the private chat.
No, I meant to.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. I'm done. Listen, me away, shall.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
so yeah, we 100% canceled. I'm trying to go like every Monday and stuff. Or normally, I'm a very impulsive person. I like going when I feel it because I hate things to be scripted and stuff. But yeah, there's like so many different things we can talk about. The next one, I guess we can probably like list whatever I'm gonna talk about, and then anytime you want to come on, you're free to come on and talk about whatever you want to talk about and stuff.
Thank you.
Very helpful to everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thanks again, Ashley, so much for last minute stripping down in the at
Thank you.
church.
Love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you everybody as
All
well
right,
for chiming
guys.
in.
Thank you guys. So we'll see you in the next one. The next one I'll send out the email or a text message for that one. I promise.
Okay.
All right. Thank you guys. Bye. Bye, Ashley.
All right. Bye. Good night.